What would you do if someone dear to you gave you a gift you've been longing so long for? You would thank them. And you wouldn't just thank them, you would try to repay them in some way as a form of gratitude, right? Now what do we do when Allah does it? When He finally answers our dua, when He gives us something we've been longing for, we usually just say Alhamdulillah. We make a post on Facebook. We rarely make the whole post about it was Allah's doing, He finally blessed me with it, or things like that. And it's more of a, I worked hard and deserved it. So in order to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to attribute everything to Him. Inna lillahi turja' al-umur. Everything will always return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now this form of thinking of the whole I worked hard and I deserve it is actually a dangerous form of thinking, because it's a path that can lead to arrogance, and Allah does not like the arrogant. Now usually what do we picture when we hear the word arrogant? You know, we think of those dumb celebrities that think they're above everybody else and they deserve to be in their position and whatnot, right? But no, that's not what arrogance is. That's extreme arrogance. Or because they used to work as janitors and now they deserve to be in their position for working so hard. But let me tell you something. This is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not everyone that works hard, by the way, gets what they deserve. Because there's no such thing as you deserve it. You belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to think, guys. So when we say we belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning whatever He gives you, it's still His. This is not your body. This is not my body. So don't follow those people that say things like, my body, my right. I can do whatever I want with it because it's my body. No, it's not your body. It's the body that Allah gave to you. And He can take it whenever He wills. That's why you find so many people. Usually when we are old, we start trying to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? We think, well, now I could die at any second. But you never know, guys. You find people every day just dying and they had perfect health. And just all of a sudden their heart just stopped. That's Allah taking what belongs to Him back to Him. Subhanallah. It's easy to develop a sign of arrogance. And it usually, by the way, starts when you start to think you deserve something just because you worked hard for it. You deserve it. Keep in mind, I'm saying deserve. You might even find people that actually have worked so hard for something, but they do not get it, and only Allah knows why. They did not get what they deserved. See, subhanallah. We can give like a quick comparison. When you do something for a loved one, are you really thinking, what are they going to repay me now? I wonder what they're going to do in return for me? No, you do it because you love them. You do it because you're grateful for them, right? Exactly. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes things away from you because you stopped thanking Him, because you drifted away from Him, because you started getting too attached to this world. So He started taking some possessions away from you so you go back to Him and remember Him. Subhanallah. Because believe it or not, we do not forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we are sad. We actually forget Him when we are happy and we have everything we have. So you have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the good and the bad. Because remember, you know, رَبَّ الْخَيْرِ لَا يَأْتُوا إِلَّا بِالْخَيْرِ, which means Allah only comes with good. So here's a quick example with this. We have good health right now, then we get a common cold. What do you do when you have a common cold? Allah, please have mercy on me. Please cure me of this disease. Whatever, right? And as soon as you're cured, Alhamdulillah. Where's the dua? It doesn't have to be the dua of just Allah have mercy on me. Allah help me. Allah guide me. Just Alhamdulillah. Remember guys, I mentioned this in my comments and I'll mention it again. Dua is a part of worship. So you're worshipping Allah by also making dua. But I don't really need anything from Allah right now. Contrary to popular belief, by the way, that is not a statement loved by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to say you don't need anything for Him. He created you as weak because He wants you to depend on Him. But I don't know what to ask of Him. You don't have to ask for something specific. Just say, Allah, please keep guiding me. Allah, make me love you. Allah, make me believe in you more. Allah, reassure my heart. Allah, keep me steadfast in your deen. Allah, help me with this issue of, I don't know, where my pen is, as I said. It doesn't have to be major things, guys. It doesn't have to be, Allah, I need money. Allah, I need happiness. Allah, I need a car. Allah, I need a house. No, it can be, Allah, I need a pen. Allah, I need a paper because I can't find my old paper that I misplaced. He loves you for these things because you're depending on Him for the stupidest things. Is there an example of this whole deserving thing and you worked hard for it? Yes, there is a very beautiful story about this. It really shows it, guys. So there was a story of 3 men, okay? One was a leper and obviously wanted treatment. One was bald, wanted hair. One was blind and wanted vision. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an angel to the 3 of them. He sent an angel. So that angel then asked them, of course, what they wanted. And we already said what they all wanted. So the angel gave it to all of them. All of them. So the leper had treatment. He got cured. The bald man got hair. And the blind one got the vision that they wanted. The angel also gave them wealth in the form of a pregnant camel, a cow, and a goat. And then the angel went back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and left them for a good while. Then Allah resent that angel to check on them after a while that they've been left with what they got. Now get this. Now watch how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests. He's resent the angel in the form of a poor traveler this time that wants a means of transport in order to return home. So the angel, the poor traveler, came to them and wanted a means of transport to go home. So he was asking for the 3 things we just mentioned. He was asking to each for the ones that they got. So he was asking for a cow, a goat, a camel to go back home from them. And also requesting some of their wealth. Because obviously, that's why we said pregnant cow, goat, and that, because it got them wealth. So he went to them as a poor traveler. Oh, please help me. I need some of your wealth that Allah has bestowed upon you to make it to the end of my journey. I don't have any wealth and whatnot. The test. Look at what the leper and the bald man said. They both denied their miracles by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they said, I have many obligations to do. And then the angel tested them more and said, well, I think I know you. Weren't you a leper at some point and Allah has made you no longer a leper and gave you good complexion? And weren't you a bald man and Allah gave you hair? Do you know what they said? They basically said they inherited it. They were born like this. Or they deserved it. They lied. So the angel actually said, you are a liar. May Allah make you as you were. Subhanallah. But when he came to the blind man, he said the same thing. The blind man said, take what you want. I was once a blind man and Allah restored my vision. He knows what it feels like. He remembers what he was. He didn't forget and act like, oh, I deserved this the whole time because I worked hard for it or whatever. So the angel actually said, oh, I'm not taking anything from you. You are just being tested and Allah is very pleased with you and displeased with the other 2. Subhanallah, guys. So remember, guys, never forget where you came from. Just because you worked hard for something does not have to mean you deserve it. No. Allah does what He wants, gives what He wants, takes what He wants. You belong to Him, I belong to Him, we all belong to Him, and we will all return to Him. Subhanallah.